Good morning. It's Margaret Fetty at the University of Sewing. It is Facebook Live, and Rachel's with me.
Yes, I am. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. So it's kind of a gray, drizzly day today, but we are here, and it's a great day for sewing.
For going out and shopping.
It's a perfect day for some retail therapy. You know you want to stay at home and sew today, and you know you're going to need stuff, so come and see us. We are dry and sunny inside of here.
And not only that, but you can also shop online.
That's right, yes. So if you can't get out of your house, you can go to universityofsewing.com. And one of the things that you're going to see when you go to universityofsewing.com is a link to our jelly roll race. Was that a good transition? I don't know
hope so.
That was.
Did we get it on the front page yet?
Yes, we did.
Yay!
It is right
Rachel,
there on the front
she did
page.
it.
You can click on it. So for those of you who don't, should I do giveaway first? I feel like I'm a little bit discombobulated. Dave's nodding. I should do giveaway first. I'm sorry. So for those of you who are watching us on Facebook, if you are watching us within the next 24 hours, so between now and Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m., if you hit that share button and you just put in the comments, hey, I shared it, then you will be entered into our drawing to win our giveaway. We're doing a little bit like Christmas in the spring today. That's sort of our theme. We have this super cute, this is the Northcott panel that actually is for, let me open it up so you guys can see. It's hard to see. This is such a cute panel to make an apron and an oven mitt. I was actually just looking at my oven mitts yesterday and I was thinking, oh man, I either need to really, really wash them or think about getting some new ones. Look at these beautiful poinsettias that they have on here, poinsettias and cardinals. Let me switch it so you can actually see it from the top. There you go. So this is an apron kit and two oven mitts that you can make from this one panel. You know that you need more aprons and oven mitts. We all do.
It's so cute.
And we're also going to throw in this cute little Lori Holt charm, enamel charm, and it's this pretty little what is that, a wreath for it, and it's just gonna give you a little bit of seasonal bling for you. It's never too early to start thinking about the holidays.
No, it is not, and you just made me remember again, I need oven mitts.
Everybody needs oven mitts.
So I wanted to show off my top today. This is fabric we have. This is a stock fabric we have, and I think it came out really cute. I'm so
cute.
happy. And this is the Islander Sewing System 5 Easy Tees. And this is this version. So incredibly easy. The only thing I did with this was gave myself a little more hip room. Because I always need a little more hip room.
Nobody here has ever had to do that.
No, I can't imagine. So I gave myself a little more hip room. Super cute top. It has 5 different versions. Yes, it has a V-neck. But I will tell you, you know what we ought to do is show people how they can go from a V-neck to a scoop neck if that feels a little low.
I love that idea. That's what I love to do.
So I think what I'll do is a quick little video on that later today, and we'll get that put on Facebook, and you guys can see, because there is no reason not to buy a clothing pattern because the neckline's wrong.
Exactly. This is actually something once Margaret taught me. You know, you guys know I love my little knit tops. I've made like 5 of these knit tops for myself. Margaret helped me design the sloper, and a sloper is just a very basic pattern that fits your body. And she showed me how I can transfer necklines, and you guys know now I love doing that. I'll raise up the scoop, I'll lower the scoop, I'll make it a V, do a square neckline.
Right.
It's
easy. Very easy.
It's so easy, but it means that I can make all of these basically the same top over and over again, but it looks different every time. And so you're just expanding your wardrobe.
So have you told them anything about the jewelry race yet?
Here we go.
We gotta talk about that.
We're having some transition problems today. Okay.
We gotta talk about it.
You guys, this is going to be next Saturday, right?
Oh my gosh.
Is that right? Yes, it is.
It's right.
Next Saturday, the five of the instructors here at University of Sewing, Margaret, Denise, Alice, Cheryl, and me, we're all going to be right here in the front of the shop, and we're going to be competing to see who will complete a jelly roll top the fastest. And not only is that just going to be a fun thing to celebrate Race Month here in Indiana, but it's for an amazing, excellent, wonderful cause. We are doing it to raise money for the Pakistani Sewing School. The Pakistani Sewing School is a charity that is just near and dear to our hearts. University of Sewing helped design this program for women in Pakistan who truly are considered essentially slave women. Their families have been placed into debtors' prison, and many of them have no education. They have no means of supporting their family. Their husbands are all off being basically working off these debts that they have. And the Pakistani Sewing School gives these women an education in garment construction, in alteration, so that they can have marketable skills, that they can go out and actually make some money for their families. It is an incredible program. There are over 60 women on the waiting list for this program. They get gifted a sewing machine at the end of the course, and they're able to go out and help to support themselves and their families. And we're trying to raise, it's a very lofty goal, we're trying to raise $10,000. If we can get $10,000, we can fund the school for an entire year. And I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
It is
and
seriously.
They get sewing machines when they graduate out of this program, so that they do not have to figure out how they're going to do that part of it. Because obviously, as you know, they just don't have any means.
And when we say sewing machines, what do we mean by that?
They're hand crank sewing machines.
Sewing machines. And so, but we've seen
So
videos
the next time you
and they go like
guys-
this, and they let it run, and then they sew, and they crank it up, and they let it run, and they sew. It's really very cool. I was watching. I was like,
it is very interesting, and the sewing machines are very pretty, but they're not very expensive because they aren't electric, and so they're like this sewing machine that we've all would think of, those old Singer sewing machines that we think of, you know, but they have a hand crank on them, and that way, because they're power sources, and a lot of them live without any electricity, this gets them a way to be able to sew even without that ability to have the
Oh,
we
my
are
goodness.
getting one heck of a storm right now.
I was going to say, that's not static, and there's nothing
that's
wrong
rain.
with your computer. That is rain hitting our roof right now. We got that metal roof, so it can get loud.
So the really fun part about all this is that we are going to let you see parts of this. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of Facebook Live at the beginning of it. There'll be stuff going on during it, and we want you to join us in helping get this to be really successful. So
if you do end up donating, and we hope you do, like I said, go to any of these links to donate, and you can pick your team that you want to support. If you want to do Team Margaret, if you want to do Team Rachel, click on the little Rachel icon, and it'll take you to the donation page. If you donate $25 or more, you get to become a member of our pit crew, and you're going to get a little certificate that you get to fill out your name, and we'll hang it up here in the shop, and then you get a coupon for 20% off one item in the store. Or if you're doing this online and you can't get to the store, we'll send you a coupon code that's good for the month of May that you can use on our website.
And look at we've already
we've
started
already
getting
got
people
some.
signing up.
We've
You
already
know
got
what is
people.
not on here is who they donated for.
Oh, yeah, that's what we need
We've
to
got
do.
to do that. We've got to do that. We don't know. I don't know who's got what yet as far as the money goes.
This is Cheryl, and I'm fairly certain that one was Margaret.
Okay. So we've got a few
To be fair,
people.
This is Cheryl's husband, so
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Come on.
Yes, it does. It counts. It's money.
Ah,
It's money. It counts.
It's money.
Dave,
and
where's
thank you
mine?
So much.
Where's mine, Dave? Come on. Okay. All right. We have. Yes,
So many
today
things.
is Bernina Day. We will talk about this in 1 second, but I have to tell you about something so incredibly cool.
So
we're
exciting.
doing. We have got a guest teacher coming in July, and we are going to do the coolest class. Have you guys ever heard of Legit Kits? I had never heard of them until this lovely lady introduced herself to me, and then she shows me the Legit Kits, and we have to talk to them about their background.
Yeah, because you can't see the
You can't see the kits.
You
Okay,
can't see the
all right.
kits, so let's look at.
So let's go ahead and we'll go
Where's
ahead
your
and
guy?
show.
There it is.
Where is he at? There he is at. Okay. So this wonderful company does paper piecing And these kits are amazing. That firefighter that you're seeing on the screen right there, that is a 60 by 80 pattern.
They're incredible.
They are really incredible. So one of the things we're going to do for you guys here is bring in a teacher, and we are going to be able to do. Of course, David.
This
comes
one
up.
I've seen around is
That's
David,
hilarious.
and you have the optional fig leaf so that he's modest, David.
So
I love that.
So one of the patterns you can pick out to do the class is this wonderful mini blue jay. This, oh, by the way, guys, if you need to sign up for this by the end of May, because we have to pick out our patterns and we have to get them sent to Legit Kit so they can cut the patterns out. So you have to sign up. You have to make your decision. You're going to do this and you'll get your kit. That's part of the class costs. So it's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be so fun.
I really want.
Do I want to take?
I want to take.
I want to take it.
I'm the boss. I get to do it.
Show a few more.
Okay. I'm sorry.
We
We're
got
back. So,
it's so fun.
This
Oh my
is
goodness.
a Halloween pattern right there. That's really great. There's this wonderful horse.
Aw.
And then
look
the
at
owl is
orchid. Oh my gosh.
now see, I think the big hooter pattern is adorable. Okay, so the things you'll be able to do for the class turn out to be, there's a cardinal, there is a blue jay, there's these wonderful,
I've seen somebody do the skull, but I've seen David, I've seen the skull.
Toasty is going to be one of them.
Toasty the dragon.
There's a mini version of Toasty. There's, again, that gorgeous blue jay. Then we've got Chip the goldfinch. That's going to be one of the ones you can choose. And this honestly, that cardinal is so pretty.
Look at that eye.
And
just
after
looking at
you do this, then you are going to know how, and you're going to be able to do these other patterns.
It's also a great way to like go into paper piecing.
Well, it is. It's a really wonderful way. Now, the pattern you'll do in class that day is only 15 by 20. So it is very doable. You'll be able to get a good deal of it done during the class because it's going to go all day long. It's going to be on a Saturday, so hopefully that is available for a lot of different people. And again, when you go and look at our website, go to the classes, just put in Legit Kit, it comes up, or just go to the class list, you'll see it. The blue jays up there as beautiful as can be, and it looks very different. You can click on that link and it describes everything. You get a notebook. These patterns have just so much detail. It's kind of like doing a Lori Holt pattern, a Riley Blake pattern, where they give you a lot of detail. They're very clear. It's very accessible for everybody. All the fabric comes with it, and you get the teacher for the day to ask all the questions. How do you organize it? How do you go and approach it? This is a great, great class. Now, if you have never done paper piecing before and you go, okay, maybe give us a call and we'll suggest one of the kits that are a little bit less pieces. That might make it I think the cardinal fits in that category. The cardinal, from what I understand, is maybe like the best one for somebody who's really beginner. So what do you need for this?
That home? Oh my gosh.
All you need is a straight stitch machine.
Oh my goodness.
That is all you need. And it is absolutely wonderful. They give you this pattern and you can do it multiple times. And she's even going to tell us how, if you get a pattern and you want to use, now they use both Kona cottons and Riley Blake fabrics. And the part of the reason why we need you to sign up and get this done so quickly is because they are going to cut out all the fabrics for you. They pick all the colors, they get everything ready and set, and you'll have all this information, but they can't do that if they don't have time to get it accomplished. So we need everyone to sign up by the 31st of May, and then the class will run at the end of July. So go on there, sign up, make sure you pick your kit. Now, I had someone say they didn't understand how they could pick their kit. 2 ways. One, you can just send us an email. Say, I just signed up for Legit Kit. I'm picking this kit. And it shows you on the class sign up every one of the ones and which one do you want to do. So they're on there ready to go. The other way you can do it is just when you select online, there's a place for notes. You can just add it in the notes, and you can say, I'm signing up for the Legit Kit class. I want the chickadee.
There you go.
Whatever you want to do. So that'll work.
Super easy. We try to make it really easy for you.
And you know what, guys? Sometimes this technology stuff is easy as it's supposed to be, is confusing. If it is confusing in any way, pick up the phone, call us when we're open. Don't call us when we're closed, when nobody's here to pick up the phone. Call us when we're open, and we will talk to you. We'll help explain anything you need. It is a great class. You are going to get notebook, the pattern, organizational skills.
Amazing.
I mean, it's just, and you're going to get a spool of Orfill thread to a neutral Orfill thread, so that, or not Orfill, excuse me, I said that wrong, Invisifill thread. Because it's the 100-weight thread.
Oh,
So it makes it really great to do this project, because you want to use a good quality, strong thread, but you want it to be thinner. Because you've got all these little paper pieces. So, yes, it's very cool. So, again, really great way to do this. Really fun. You don't need a lot of complicated tools. You just need some time and some help, and we're going to provide that.
That's awesome.
So
I'm
really,
taking a class.
really, really cool. Okay. Bernina has the entire month of April is Serger Month.
Serger Month.
Well, we should include Coverstitch and Serger Month,
Yes,
right?
right.
You know, we should do that. Okay. So have you been thinking about maybe doing something on your serger? Or maybe you already own one. We have all the accessories on 20% off, including this lovely desk. So if you want to purchase those are ready to go. But what I want to tell you is, if you have not made a decision to get a serger, maybe you need to think about it. Because right now, you are going to get an incredible amount of gifts with purchase with any of our L890 Quilters Edition, our L890 traditional machine, or you can get one of the Serger exclusive machines, the 860 or the 850. Now, why would they want that?
Why would they want
Those nice Berninas. Spend a little bit more money.
You spend a little bit more money. So like last week we showed you all about the Bernettes, and the Bernette sergers are great for these introductory sergers. But once you start getting up into bigger things or heavier things, and what Bernina gives you, I mean, several things that Bernina gives you. First of all, you have to remember that Berninas are all that solid steel construction inside. So this serger is going to be
aluminum. And it's
aluminum. Sorry.
Yes, okay.
It's all metal inside. It's some kind of metal. But it means that it is quieter than a Bernette, and it's less vibration, so you don't get that annoying, like my hands get tired when I have a lot of like vibration going on and everything. It's so powerful. It'll go through, if you're starting to do, say, like a quilted jacket, it'll go through those heavier seams, no problem. You also get the amazing, if you're going for an L890, which gives you the Coverstitch and the serger all in one. So you're basically getting two machines in one here, and they're all that high quality, Bernina quality. But you also get this amazing guided computer system. We have it, when you have it on guided mode, people always say, like, well, I have this serger, but I can't even figure out how to thread it or how to make any of the adjustments. There's all these dials. What on earth does any of this mean? This shows you everything.
Well, what's really cool is this machine has both an expert and a guided mode, and it's like your Bernina sewing machine. It's got settings. It's got the manual inside. It's got a fashion consultant. And if you don't use your fashion consultant on your Bernina sewing machine or on your L890, you are missing out, because what it will do is it shows you all these different symbols for different fabrics. And let's say you have a heavyweight knit, because that's what that one is.
That's what that one is.
And then you can find out we have the question mark. Did you remember we have a question mark on this one?
I forgot that we had a question mark on this one. So anytime you have a question mark.
So what is B referring to? Sewing and neatening your fabric. So if you want to sew 2 layers together, that's what the B is ready for. So once we do that and we hit B, come on, there we go. It's telling you what needle to use. It tells you what thread to use, which foot, and then it gives you a suggestion. Well, if Margaret's hands would only work right. So it gives you a suggestion of which particular stitch to use. You hit the check mark. Now it is literally going to walk me through all the steps that I need to do to set up the machine to do that particular
Now, Margaret, if somebody says, "Oh, that looks like it's so complicated,"
Oh, no. What's so complicated is those instructions aren't there. That's what's so complicated.
when you don't have the instructions.
Yeah, when you don't.
I always tell people, like, the digital screens on Bernina's they're incredibly intuitive. You can, if you know how to send a text message, you know how to use these. It really is that simple.
You know what it did too, Rachel?
Oh my gosh,
it preset all the tensions.
All of your tension.
It preset all the tensions. It has a directions on how to thread the machine. It presets all your tensions. It preset our stitch length and our differential feet. So when you are working with a heavyweight knit, the machine is set up. And you know what, guys? This is amazing. But you know what?
What?
Perhaps you went ahead and set up the machine and you did everything and it's not quite stitching properly. Guess what you can do?
I believe that you can always adjust things.
You can.
And if you don't want to, like, let's say you're like, oh, I really want my upper looper to be a little bit tighter. You can either use the slide or you've got these little buttons over here to do it with as well. So I always say Bernina gives you multiple paths to the same destination. So if you're not a huge fan of doing all of the things digitally, they still give you the mechanical option.
It's so incredible.
So they're trying to cover all of our bases, and seriously, this machine, like, I always say, Berninas are smarter than we are.
So what, if you've not owned a serger before, but maybe this is inspiring you to at least look at it, notice what you can make.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just tell you guys, the selections on clothing at the stores right now, it's awful.
It's not good, and we all are trying to get away from fast fashion. We're trying to get away from that. I was seriously in a store, and I was just doing that thing where I was just flipping up all the seams and checking all the serge seams, and like half of them were just falling apart. Just sitting on the hanger in the store.
Another thing that I keep on running across is the person who will tell me, well, I'd sew my clothes except for one, I can't get a fitting, I can't get them to fit, or they'll say that, it's just the fabric that's available right now is just not good quality fabric. It looks old after you've washed it 3 times.
Oh.
How many times have you washed that?
Oh God, a million. No, and this is the soft knits. They do not pill. They keep so the colors stay vibrant. I just wadded up, throw it in my washer and dryer.
I have 5 years tops that are 5 years old, white with black printing on, still look brand new.
It's amazing.
It is so shocking.
We have the fabrics. We'll give you the training. We'll help you with fitting. We'll do everything so that
we're one-stop shop, guys.
We seriously have one of our regular customers came in and she was like, "Look, this is the simple serger tee. I think we talked about this last week.
I'm gonna wear that top tomorrow."
And she's made 5 of them.
I believe it.
She's made 5 of them, and she's like, they're perfect. She's like, this is just so what I wear.
So touch on that again. People come in, they make the decision to buy it, they put it in their car, they take it home, and then they get scared.
I'm going to tell you something really funny. We have a customer who bought one, she took it home, and I never heard from her. And I was like, I called her up and said, "Hey, what happened with your machine?" "Oh, it's so easy to use. I never came in for lessons."
Oh my goodness.
And that has actually happened with about half of our people who have bought this machine. Now, I'm just going to tell you, do you want to make some things for yourself that are beautiful, that are good quality, that are going to last? I'm sorry, I am just over going to the store. I'll go in, I buy something, and literally sometimes the first time you wash it, and I'm talking not cheap stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first time you wash it and you're like, oh no, what was I supposed to do?
This is my mother-in-law. She always says, she talks about when she buys clothes. I always say, like, well, if I'm buying clothes, especially since you don't know what they've been going through in the shipping and stuff, I immediately wash them, especially if they're for my girls. And my mother-in-law was like, oh, I try to never wash my clothes. She's like, if I could, she's like, because then, like, they're just gonna fall apart. They're just gonna get destroyed. Like, she thinks that washing clothes destroys them. You shouldn't destroy your clothes just from washing them.
That's crazy.
So, and if you need training, remember, if you buy a sewing machine from us. You get the training. You get lessons for free. We're gonna make sure that you know everything about this.
Tomorrow, what I'll do with our Facebook Live tomorrow is I'll go ahead and pull some fabrics out so that you guys can see the different kind of fabrics, and I'll talk about how you take care of them. Because the fact of the matter is, what we love about our Stoff knits, and actually we have some Robert Kaufman knits also that fit into this category. They are 95% cotton and 5% spandex or lycra, one of the elasticy kind of fabrics. And so what happens with those is, because of the 95% cotton, they are just absolutely wonderful in the context of, they will stay nice looking and they will not pill. So even in your regular shopping, I'm going to give you a tip just for a minute here for everybody. Tip of the day. When you are going out and buying knits, if you can find a natural fiber that is the majority of what you are looking at, and then it has a small amount of, it can have a small amount of polyester or nylon or something else, but it needs to be small, because otherwise what happens is those fabrics take over and then they pill, because they're just not meant to stand up to what I think is normal wear and tear.
I would call that normal wear and tear, definitely.
I guess if you want to wear something once to a cocktail party and then hang it back up, it doesn't matter. But we're talking about living in our clothes and like actually using them. And the really, really cool thing is if you have a serger and you have a sewing machine, you can do this. Now, what I will tell you is that you do not have to you don't have to go necessarily all the way to the L890. Although once you get an opportunity to have an L890, you will want. But I do want to say that we do have the L860, and this one is a serger only. This will not do the hems on the bottom. It will not do it. It will do not do that.
That's my Coverstitch. That's from my Coverstitch machine.
Yeah, it will not do that, but it will do your serging. So what I did with this top at the time, because I was being a little lazy, I just used a straight stitch on my sewing machine.
And
there is nothing wrong with just using a straight stitch on your sewing machine.
No.
I lengthened my stitch length, and I made sure that my tension was loosened a little bit, so it was really good. So this serger has all the advantages of the computer and presetting your tensions for you. But let's say that's still really not in your budget. How about just in a serger exclusive, and then you can go ahead and set your tensions however you want to. So this price is available through the end of the month. It is an incredibly strong, tough machine. You will be able to sew everything on this. Say you've done something quilting and you want to put it through your serger to finish off your edges, you have the ability to do that here. You have the ability to put a heavy wool in here and be able to serge it, or a heavy knit. Those will all work on this. You will have very good situation with this one, because it will just work, and it's going to be the workhorse you really want. I will tell you, if you are familiar with sergers and you haven't looked at them, the L450 and the L460, those are in stock. We have them, and those are basically available too right now on sale prices. Go to universityofsewing.com, put in L450 or L460 if you're familiar with sergers. Those two guys are workhorses, and they're very reasonable. So go ahead and take a look at them. Bernina has the answer for you for any of your serger or overlocker. Oh, by the way, do you know what the difference between the word serger and overlocker is? Not a thing. They mean the same thing. Overlocker is what they use in Europe. We use the word serger in the U.S., and that's the difference. So,
And if you want to share the love, you could be like one grandmother we know who bought the 850 for her 2 granddaughters.
Yeah, she did. It was pretty amazing. We had one of these wonderful sales going on, and she bought one of these for each of her granddaughters.
And then they had time that they sewed together.
That was really amazing. So, I'm just going to tell you, really good quality sewing machine. You do not have to worry about. I always tell people the thing that will stop people sewing every single time. You want to stop people sewing? Give them a terrible sewing machine. They will just get frustrated and they'll walk away. You have a good quality sewing machine. Don't forget there is financing available. Don't forget there's a lot of ways we can help you get into these machines. So if you need help figuring out which one's right for you and you want to be able to come in and demo them, they're all set up right now. Look at this. It is set up. We've got power cord ready to go. It has got thread on it. Come in and try this out because you are really going to think this is a really neat way to expand what you can do with sewing. It is really fun, and I hope that you will consider it and come in and see us. We've got the deal for you, I promise. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow at Facebook Live.